Hey everybody, welcome back to the Creekland podcast. I'm here with, last time we didn't introduce ourselves, someone told me that. Um, so, let's go around.
I'm Mason.
Mason, he plays lead guitar. I'm Harrison, I sing. Mason also sings.
I'm Caden. I play the bass.
I'm Rob, and I'm the drummer.
He plays drums.
I do
Beat master.
I'm the beat master. I called myself that last night at the bar. Someone came up to me and asked me, like, we were talking about the band, and they go, "Oh, what instrument do you play?" And I said, "I'm the beat master."
The beat master.
It's
Oh
just
my God.
straight faced.
So funny.
Do our little intro here. I'm going to do... Natural fade out. All right. So I was going to play the Silk Sonic first, but I already showed y'all, so I'll just still talk about it, though. Silk Sonic put out a new song, Smoking Out the Window. It's both musically brilliant and hilarious. And they have a new album on Friday, which I'm pretty pumped. So far, all the songs have been... I've liked all the songs so far. Like the Leave the Door Open. That was the first one. I'm going to leave the door
I never
open.
actually listened to that one. I just saw
I don't think
enough
I've heard that
clips.
You haven't heard that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're kind of just doing a bunch of 70s like R&B, and it's
Definitely our old R&B style.
very good.
It's
I'm
sick.
excited. I'm very excited. Yeah, I was talking to Nick. I showed him the song. He's like, I don't really like Bruno Mars. It's like, how do you not like Bruno Mars?
That dude is ridiculous.
Also, when I was watching the Lost in Vegas video, they were saying that Bruno Mars, I agreed with them. They said Bruno Mars is one of the most, like, globally accepted artists.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much anyone that likes any kind of music can find something in Bruno Mars that they like. Just because, I mean, it kind of all started with blues and, like, R&B kind of stuff.
And he's so fucking good.
And
He
he's
is so good.
he's very good at doing it. But yeah. New album. There's another song on there I haven't heard. It's called Skate. But it was the one that was released between Leave the Door Open and this one. But I didn't even know it was released. But I saw this one. I don't remember how I stumbled upon listening to it. I think I just saw like a meme of like Anderson .Paak coming in the frame where he's like, "This bitch." And I was like, "Oh gosh, what is this?" And so I looked it up. But that song is funny. I sent it to my mom. She likes Bruno Mars, and she was like, she just replied back. She was like, "LOL," and she said she thought it was funny that they were smoking cigs the whole time.
Yeah.
Because the song was called "Smoking Out the Window," and like in every frame, they're just like holding one like this. And like whenever Bruno Mars is in that trio thing where he's like singing and dancing, all three of those, or those two backup singers and Bruno Mars have one, and they're dancing. They're going like this with a cig in their hand. And then there's that one like bridge section of Anderson .Paak where he's like talking, and between lines he just goes and like blows it out real quick. And then he's like, "I hope your trifling ass walking around barefoot in these streets." It's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so this weekend, are y'all going? Who's all staying here this weekend?
I'm here.
You,
50-50.
Are you staying?
I'm probably here.
You going to the game?
More than likely.
I'm pretty upset. I gotta miss Blackout.
Oh, you're leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I'm going home.
Dude, you know what I think is going to be so sick about that game? Here's what I feel like. Since it's already going to be dark when the game starts, I think they're going to I think they're gonna turn all the lights off in the stadium when the team enters, and
Ooh.
like put a orange glow on, and everyone's gonna be wearing black. Be like, yeah.
I
That's
think
gonna be cool.
And then,
everybody better
you know,
wear
you
black.
tell 'em hell's coming.
Yeah. Everybody better
I'm
be wearing
coming
black.
with him, yeah. Or hell's coming with me. That's
Yeah.
Damn, I was like, I got that. That's backwards.
But I hope everyone actually does wear black because it seems like OSU is advertising this as a blackout game more than like any game we've ever had.
Yeah.
I feel like because they've just been
They advertised this more than they did the Cowboy Battalion last year.
I know
And that
they've
was a
got
cool
the
game.
ads. They've got the ads on campus on those little like signs on Greek Walk, and they've been posting that thing they posted on Instagram. Did y'all see that where it's Boone Pickens Stadium and as like an island
It's
in
like floating,
space?
yeah.
that was one of the coolest
Wait, I
things I've
haven't
ever
seen
seen.
that.
Neither have I.
Like I'll show you. It is so cool. I posted it on my story. Logan Stanley sent it in a group, it's like an Instagram group message, and he was like, "This is like hauntingly beautiful." But looks like that.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah,
it's sick.
it's sweet. And you can see like everybody in there is wearing black. Like imagine if it
Yeah.
actually looks like that.
That'd be
Oh
so
my
cool.
god,
Oh
I know
my
that would be
goodness.
so crazy.
That's why I'm like everybody better wear black because there's always
I
gonna
mean,
be those.
I there's no reason not to. Like,
I know.
Black is everyone. People wear black to game days, like normal game days anyway.
I
It'd be
know.
easy.
I know, but for whatever reason, when we have some sort of game where it's like white out or orange or black, like there's some people who are just like, I'm gonna wear whatever. It's usually girls, to be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah.
because they're like, well, that's not very cute, and so they wear their orange shirt and their denim skirt. But it's whatever. They don't get it.
They might be handing out black T-shirts.
They better be. 'Cause
And in
there
that case,
needs to
I
be a
hope
solution.
in that case, I hope the people that wore orange or white put them black T-shirts on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it'd be so much cooler if literally everyone in that stadium was wearing black.
I know. That's why I hope
Teams
it
gonna
does.
be in all black,
Yeah.
chrome helmets probably.
Nah, I think it'll be.
Oh, that would go so crazy.
That would be hard.
Oh my
wouldn't it?
god.
It'll be black helmets.
It's
so
gonna be
it'll be black.
our all black, like our
Yeah.
regular uniforms.
Yeah.
probably.
Chrome helmets would go crazy.
I still think
I
someone
know.
posted that
Chrome
picture.
helmets would go
Did,
hard.
did you ever see that picture someone posted of the the throwback jerseys we have, the orange one and the white one?
Yeah.
Like we wore that orange one against Texas at homecoming.
Uh-huh.
Well, that same season they had a black jersey, and it was black and it had orange numbers and it had 2 white stripes and orange stripe in the middle on the
Yeah.
shoulders, and it looks so cool. And I was like, if they wore that with like the OSU brand helmet, the
Oh
black
my
helmet,
gosh.
that would be so sweet.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
That'd be really cool. But they'll probably just wear their regular ones. But it's all right. We're playing TCU. I was speaking of TCU. They fired their coach. I was telling Rob about this. Y'all might know some of these names, but I was asking my dad for a little scoop on the TCU head coach situation because he played there and some of his buddies that he played with still work there, and so he gets like some sources every now and then.
Yeah.
But he said that they were trying to find a new coach by like the first week of December, like hire a new coach by the first week of December, and they were trying to get Matt Campbell, who's the head coach currently at Iowa State. He said that he wasn't looking, which my dad followed with, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
TCU's probably got, I don't even,
So much money.
I would like to actually see like how much money they have to spend.
So much.
I mean, I think it's
Millions.
I think it's close to $1 billion.
Mm,
With
no, there's no
with
shot.
donors,
A billion is
I know, but-
1,000 millions.
I know, but with donors,
Yeah.
TCU donors, they either came from a rich family or they are rich.
But how much money? I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
The basketball locker room here is like literally like a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. It's crazy how much money is spent.
I mean,
everywhere. You couldn't even
Boone
imagine
Pickens.
what it'd be like there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. The whole current state of college sports right now is just like a facilities arms race. Like everyone's just trying to have
Holy
like
crap.
the best workout, whatever gym, best locker room. And it's all about like amenities. Like you have a locker room with a movie room. Oh, that's better than ours.
Like, how much do the players actually use that?
The players use like I know at least at TCU when they built their new stadium and stuff, I got to tour it, and I went in there and they have like a little players lounge where there's TVs and these recliners and they had like an Xbox and PlayStations in there, and I saw like 5 or 6 dudes in there using that stuff. So I mean, I can only speak for them that they probably use it. I mean, if you're spending most of your day, especially 2 days, if you're spending most of your day in that locker room or in those facilities, I mean, there'd be no reason not to, because like they just go and eat. There's a cafeteria.
That's so
There's a
true.
cafeteria between so like ours, you know how the basketball's attached to the football stadium? Theirs is like pretty much similar. And you can go, there's this little cafeteria in the football stadium, and they probably just eat in there and then go to the locker room, which is right underneath them. Their locker room's underground, which is kind of cool. But
Ours is too, isn't it? It's underneath
well,
the field.
I guess,
think.
yeah, probably.
And there's like a
The basketball
weight room
locker
down
room
there.
is
Through-
also
through the
and there's a
tunnel?
nice weight room. I think that's where all the wrestling. I think that's where the wrestling facility is as well.
I want to know how we don't have, like, a whole stadium built for wrestling, like a whole arena.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically
That'd
our
be so cool.
technically Gallagher Iba is built for wrestling. I mean,
yeah, it'd be so cool if they got.
we
their
have a
own, though.
basketball team. They're good, but I mean, historically, it's been about wrestling in Gallagher Iba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never. Wrestling's not that big of a thing in Texas.
No, it's not. I mean, it is in some places, but not where I grew up.
No,
Really?
not where I grew up either. I remember when I was in high school, me and one of my friends tried to like persuade our superintendent to get a wrestling team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys didn't even have one?
No,
No,
Oh,
we didn't
jeez.
either.
like in Texas, wrestling is nowhere near as big as in Oklahoma.
That's crazy.
So like when I came here and everybody was like talking about wrestling, I was like, what? Like who wants to go watch wrestling?
Dude, wrestling is dope.
I know. I was like, okay. I still haven't been to one, but I don't know. I kind of want to go to that one against Iowa at Globe Life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd
but
get
I wouldn't
crazy.
drive all the way down to Globe Life for it. But I want to go.
When is
I
that?
want
Do
to
you
go
know?
to a crazy one at Gallagher Iba this year.
Yeah. Do you know when that is?
No, it might be. I think it's February 2nd, actually.
February 2nd.
Fact check me on that though.
No.
2nd or 3rd or something.
I'll have to check it after. But if it's around, like if it's around at like a convenient time where like I'm in Texas, then I'll probably go to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if I don't have to drive from here to go to it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So one of the things I have on here that y'all weren't very informed about was the events that transpired at Travis Scott's festival. What was it?
yeah.
What was this festival called?
Astro
World.
World. It was
Oh,
either Astro
okay.
World or Astro Fest.
It was Astro Fest. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Astrofest.
Yeah. But that's all pretty much people have been talking about, at least on like social media platforms for the last week.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. There was 50,000 people there.
Holy shit!
There was
Who
50,000.
opened for him?
So there was a few artists. I don't remember who, but I know like SZA, like SZA.
Mhm.
She was there. I can't even think of what else. That was the only one I remember reading off the list. But I think there was 4 or 5 other ones, and then he was the headliner. And yeah, I mean, there was some crazy stuff happening because people were talking about it, and with 50,000 people, they were saying that everybody was trying to get close to the stage, you know, because they're all like diehard Travis fans. Because where was it, in Houston?
I think so.
I think it was in Houston, which is where he's from.
Yeah.
So like they're all diehards there for the most part, and they were saying that like you couldn't even stand up straight because like it just like every now and then a wave would just come and just knock you down.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called like crowd surge or something like that. I've seen videos
Yeah.
of it at other concerts. It's crazy. It goes quick too.
Like I saw so many things people were talking
Is
about.
it
like
literally
I
just like everyone falls over, or you just
no,
like get
it's
thrusted
just
forward?
it's not people like necessarily falling. It's like people pushing, trying to get closer, and then it just creates this just domino effect all the way to the front, and that's why like some people died because they got like crushed, and they couldn't. They said another person said that the air was so thick out there because
dude,
there's
I
so
can
many people
imagine.
that like it was hard to breathe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like low oxygen.
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of people that were just passed out too.
Well, yeah, that, and then I haven't heard any
How
more
many people
detail-
died?
8.
Well, so
How many people did
There
die
were-
from the?
I don't know. See, I don't know the numbers on that. So I don't honestly haven't heard much about that either. So like, I don't know if it's true or not.
All right, this is worth a Google.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so there was the report that someone was going around injecting fentanyl into people, which is insane.
God,
That's
that's nuts.
like
Pull
that's
that up,
what
Jamie.
are we doing? Pull that up, Jamie. Why are we doing biological
Have people
warfare?
died,
We need Kyle on this podcast.
Right? Oh
Pull
my
that up,
gosh.
Kyle. Pull it up.
At least
That'd be so perfect.
At least 11 killed and 300 plus injured.
Yeah, it was 300.
By that
injured.
guy.
No, by
No.
just
Just
the
in general.
just like
I was gonna say,
mostly from people getting trampled. So like whenever people were dead, like unconscious bodies, I don't know if they were actually dead at the time, were being crowd surfed out, and like by medics and stuff. And when people started seeing that, people started trying to get out of there. Well, there's so many people, and people were running through. There was people who died because they got trampled to death.
God, dude, that'd be such a bad way to go.
You know what I can't wait for?
I would hate to die at a Travis Scott concert.
I can't wait for
Dude,
the next. I can't wait for the Netflix documentary about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
You know they're already filming it right now.
Have you guys
They're
seen
filming the investigation probably.
Yeah, they are filming the
Did you guys
investigation.
watch the
It's going on right
documentary?
now. Sorry, go ahead.
the documentary over Woodstock 99? Dude, that one was crazy. They like burned stuff to the ground, like flipped over the like big semi trailers that were carrying all the concession stuff, and like it was disgusting out there. All the porta potties like pretty much filled up after like the first 12 hours there, and it was a 3-day festival. So it was just pee and poop all over the ground.
I believe it was a
People were
bunch of hippies.
People were sleeping on pizza boxes, and then like they had water fountains that you're supposed to be able to just go up and get water from, but they turned them into like this cesspool of like people trying to
Gross.
take showers in it,
Bunch of people on acid.
and then everything was super overpriced, and like the owners were just complete dicks. And then they tried to get the Red Hot Chili Peppers to come out and try to settle the storm of the crowd. And they started like being like, "Yeah, this is awesome. Go crazy. Burn that shit down." And they played like some song of theirs that's talking about burning stuff down. And it got so bad. And they estimated like 600 people got raped that weekend, if not more. It was really, really bad.
Jeez.
I believe it. So I'm reading this article. There was actually a medic who was unconscious, and he was administered narcotics, and he was treated for an emergency treatment for opioid overdoses. So that's why someone like no security guard is just gonna take drugs while he's on the job like that. So like
Right.
there's definitely had to been someone out there. I mean, the only way I could think that would happen is someone going out there with a syringe and just like
Yeah,
putting it in
that's, so
people.
I'm reading this thing that's saying that the police confirmed. Authorities investigating the deadly stampede at U.S. rapper Travis Scott's concert in Houston on Texas Friday night confirmed claims of quote-unquote needle spiking,
Yeah.
a horrifying new take
That's-
on drink spiking where unsuspecting people are injected with an unknown substance.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's unclear what substance was injected, but the security guard, the medics administered Narcan.
Narcan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the.
That's
yeah,
is-
that's
this
like
is what
that's
this
the
one's
needle in
like.
the heart, like the Nikki Sixx type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Adrenaline. Yeah. So right under what I just said, that medical staff dude was revived, in the
Wow.
hospital. And
Straight up.
And this guy said that that one of the guys at the hospital, or maybe it was a policeman, somebody named Finner, noticed a prick on the officer's neck. Just like little, like, and he said it's similar to a prick that you would get if you get a shot, like an injection.
Jeez.
In your neck?
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, how do you not feel it? I mean, I guess when you're unsuspecting, if he really just misses any nerves, he can just,
Yeah.
But like,
That's crazy.
wild.
You got to be a psychopath to do that.
That's what I'm saying. When I first read that, I was like, who is doing this?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like, how do you go into this concert be like filling up
That's
your
a
syringes?
terrifying person. That takes a
it's
special type of person.
That's
It's
serial
biological
killish.
warfare, and I mean it's basically terrorism, to be
That's
honest.
It really
But
is.
yeah, and that was just happening in Houston. Like, what are they doing in Houston? Come on, Houston.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, Houston.
That's bad luck, Houston.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Anyone want to say a really cliche joke about Houston? We have a problem, or are we gonna skip over that?
One of the articles I read, the headline of the article was "Houston, we have a problem,"
Oh,
and I was like,
bro.
"That is a cheap shot."
That's such a bad. That's terrible.
Yeah, so I guess I don't know if they confirmed what drug it was, but they just said it was. I mean, it had to have been fentanyl.
Yeah.
There's a video of people trying to escape being trapped at Astroworld
Yeah.
on this thing that I'm watching, and I don't know if I should click on it or not.
I mean, okay, so I've
Should
seen
I
the
just
video.
wait for the Netflix documentary, or should I go ahead and watch it in real time?
I've seen the video. You can't really tell that much. I'll tell you what I saw was I saw the video of somebody crowd surfing a body out, and Travis Scott is like up on this like tower thing. He's like, someone posted a video that was out of context, and he was like correcting his auto tune, and they thought he was just looking at the body and just didn't care. But like before the video, he's like hold up. He like tells everyone to like stop, and then you just see them like lifting this body up, and it's literally getting crowd surfed out.
Yeah, but then they just go right back into it.
Yeah, no, they went back into it. So I read this one thing that said that there was a death that happened at like 9:30, or like maybe I think it was before that actually, and the concert didn't end till 10:15.
Wow.
That's nuts.
And I was like, wow, okay. So I'd be so mad if I mean, there's the whole conspiracy that Travis was like involved in it, but
Right.
yeah.
That's
But like if I were to just put
What is that conspiracy?
it's just
selling
that
your soul,
that
satanic, the
he's
whole-
satanic and stuff, and
like when Juice WRLD sold his soul.
because people were saying like when they were at that concert that they felt like uneasy. So I don't know. There you can get into that. That's a whole nother theory about that whole situation. But
All right, now listen.
yeah, but they didn't stop it.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's crazy.
But if
Did
I
you
were
see
to,
the apology video?
yeah, the apology video is weird. I don't know why he keeps rubbing his face.
And it was in black and white, and
Yeah, it was weird.
it's a really terrible apology.
But if I was in his shoes for a second, having my brain and not his, because I don't know what kind of
Right.
stuff he's on, but I would be so mad. Like I would first be like, I would feel like really bad, like for the families and like people that died. But I would be so mad that somebody who showed up, I mean, I guess you technically couldn't even, it wouldn't have to be a fan, but like somebody who paid a ticket to come to my show came there and killed people. I'm like,
Oh, dude, yeah.
why? That's not it's not what I'm here for. Go do that at Gigi Allen concert. He's dead.
Is there any way that even have a chance of finding him? I feel like
I don't think so.
there's no way, right?
There was 50,000 people there.
Yeah.
And if they didn't find him that night, they probably never will, to be honest. If they do somehow find him, that's incredible. Good on on CSI.
Right.
Because, like, that's... I don't even know where I would start if I was, investigating that, trying to figure out who it was. I'd be like, wow.
Hopefully that guy...
I guess you could try to find a syringe on the ground, maybe forensics, fingerprints.
There's no way.
Just to get a suspect,
They just dropped it. There's going to be so many people walking
even
over
then, it would take so long to prove that person is guilty, though. Like, even if you found, a syringe with a fingerprint on it, did a forensic scan, figured out who it was, you could add him to the suspect list, but it would take forever to prove him guilty unless somebody
What if he uses the same needle?
He probably
spreads
did.
around some diseases to a certain number of people.
There's going to be like an AIDS outbreak.
There was another concert that somebody told me that it's the same situation, but they were injecting AIDS into people. I was like,
what?
Yeah, I know. Someone told me that. I was like, what? But I don't know.
So terrifying.
I'm reading about all the
horrific.
people that passed away, and it's a trip. But it says that there was like over 25 people that were administered Narcan.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's crazy. Probably most of those were self-inflicted.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know.
Well, also, I mean, I guess not self-inflicted, but there was something in that article I was just reading that said that there was they had caught somebody selling drugs there, and the drugs were laced.
Wow.
So, I
That's
mean,
probably
there's
a tag
that
team effort.
information.
If
Huh?
you had to guess, if I had to guess, that was a tag team effort.
Yeah, I mean that's 50,000 people. They had whoever it was had a whole crew.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all we know so far on the Travis Scott thing. Like I said, there's that whole theory of, I mean, it's not saying why it happened, but it's kind of just like this thing where everybody kind of said that at the concert they felt uneasy and felt like. So there was one person who literally said they felt like they were in the presence of Satan. I was like, wow.
What?
Yeah, but everyone says that after
I know.
something bad happens. They're
Yeah.
like, I really did. I felt like something bad was about to happen.
Yeah.
Shut up. No, you.
I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if there was anyone who went to that concert and before it happened was like, something bad's going to happen. I can just feel it. Because sometimes people have like a natural intuition when something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Not necessarily like, murder, but like anything bad. It could be anything. Like there was some times like in high school where like we would go into a football game and like before we even played, I'm like, we're gonna lose. Because you can just feel this like pit in your stomach. You're like, yep. As much as I don't want to happen, we're gonna lose. So I wonder if there's anyone there that while they were driving to it was kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of scared to go.
Yeah.
The whole crowd thing too is crazy. Like the air being too thick for people to breathe.
That'd be such a horrible experience.
Why do you stack yourself in that close to people?
Because they're Travis Scott fans and they like to rage. It's his whole fan base is built around anarchy.
So
Anarchy
true.
and white boys who think they're anarchists.
Yeah.
But they just wear champion hoodies. That's all they do. And they like to yell the lyrics to Travis Scott songs. Sicko Mode's their favorite song ever.
Dude, could you imagine dying to Sicko Mode?
That's literally the last song I'd want to hear if I were to die. Like,
just get injected with fentanyl after barely staying conscious.
yeah, I can
fall
feel
to
my
the ground.
I can feel my heart like. Well, Drake came out.
Yeah.
Drake was there.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, right after they had like one of the some people got up on stage, like people in the crowd managed to get on stage and were yelling at Travis and being like, stop the show, people are dead. It's like what they were saying. And someone came up on stage who, like, I think it was in his band or something, because he had like an actual drummer there and stuff. It was kind of weird, but he had some band members there, and one of the band members heard that person saying it, and that guy went up to Travis, and when he was trying to say something to him, Travis was like, get out of my face. told him to go away.
That's crazy.
And went on with the show. And then soon after that, he brought Drake out. So.
Oh my gosh.
People and the crowd was like chanting "Stop the show" and stuff, and Travis just like it. I don't know if he even heard it. If he was just ignoring it or
But,
like what.
You could clearly hear it in the videos.
I mean, it wasn't super clear, but like you could tell that there was a chant going on. You know, like there's usually just people like yelling at the shows and stuff. It's just that white noise, but then like inside of that, you could hear like a rhythmic chant, and you're like, oh, somebody's actually saying something. That's when I'd try to like figure out what they're saying. If I were him, probably not though. He probably doesn't care.
No, he doesn't give a fuck.
So
And that's also where the whole conspiracy thing comes from.
yeah, people were just talking about how it seemed like he didn't care, and that's kind of what built on to him being
A lot of people think that
demonic.
I'm not gonna say a lot, but some people think that he kept the show going because he wanted to kill however many people as an initiation to something.
I saw this
Now
one.
I'm interested.
I saw this one thing that was a super reach. I'll have to find it again. I can send it to y'all. But there was 8 people who died at this concert, and there were 50,000 people in attendance. In like 1995, Pearl Jam had a concert. There was 500,000 people, and 8 people died. And during that tour, Pearl Jam's shirt said Pearl Jam, and then there was this like symbol that looked like an 8.
There was 500,000 people there, or there was 50,000?
Or 50,000,
people?
sorry, not 500,000.
This happened in what year?
Like 95.
Okay.
And so there was like all these correlations to the number 8, which I don't even know what that means. He just pointed out like 3 things that were the number 8, and I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. But, I mean, 8 people dying at a 50,000 people concert twice.
That's rare.
It's kind of weird. I'll admit that.
A little fishy.
The 5 people in the ICU have to make it out in order to make it 8.
Yeah. But
Maybe he's trying
and
to set a
there's
record.
300 people injured, which is another
Crazy.
crazy thing.
Maybe he was trying to beat Pearl Jam. Maybe he knew about it.
Maybe,
If he was going to do it, you might as well be on top when you do it, right?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've when Travis Scott like first came onto the scene, like when he first got popular, I'll admit that I kind of liked it a little bit. I mean, I was in high school, so like my music taste was bad.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, it was still like decently good, but like other than it was more bad probably than it is now.
I always liked his song with Kendrick Lamar.
Which one was that one?
I can't remember now.
I think
Kendrick Lamar's
I'm
verse
trying to
is
think
cool.
what the first one I ever heard him was. I mean, it had to have been either. What? So Sicko is Sicko Mode his biggest song? Probably,
I don't know.
because it's got Drake in it.
Look it
Yeah.
up.
The Drake effect is real.
Dude.
So the first song I ever heard from him, Antidote.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the first one I heard. And this album, I actually like a few songs on, like 90210, kind of goes hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of liked it, and then Astro World, I liked like one song on there, that Coffee Bean song. It's unlike anything else he has, which is probably why I like it. I mean, listen to this beat. It's a lot softer than his normal stuff, and that's probably why I liked it. Because he's always just like yelling
Yeah.
in his ad libs. It's lit. What else does he say?
I honestly can't remember. I haven't listened to Travis Scott's song in so long.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's all we know so far. I hope there's a movie on it. Because I'm just excited to start. You know how, like, all the documentaries we watch now is, like, stuff that happened in real time with our parents?
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to watch documentaries of stuff that happened in real time when I was a teenager and, like, in college and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, before I had my kids. And, like, I could be like, they could be watching and be like, this is crazy. I'd be like, yeah, I know, I was alive when it happened.
What about COVID?
Oh,
man.
dude, I don't even know if I'll watch
that is the next when it was snowing outside, we still walked to school. That's the next thing for us. When they're like, I don't want to do something. We're like, oh yeah, well I survived a global pandemic, so suck it. Like, you don't want to go to school because you're sick? You're not sick. You ever heard of COVID? I mean, that's, you know what I'm talking about though? Like when like some of the older people now, I remember it always being about snow. Like we'd have school when it was snowing. I'm like, come on. And there'd be like those boomers that'd just be like, we went to school when it snowed. We're like, cool. I don't want to go to school. I want to play in the snow. I'm 14 years old and you're 45, so get off my back.
Oh, God.
I'm like, yeah, but y'all also could just like leave the house and your parents just be like, see ya.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, my mom told me stories about her leaving the house, just like going to Dallas for lunch. But gone. And she'd come back later and her parents would be like, hey, how was your day? Like, what?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't even know?
I mean, no, they wouldn't really know. I mean, I guess if you didn't want them to know, I guess you could lie to them if you knew you were going to get in trouble or something. I don't know at that age, but
like, how would they check?
But yeah, they have no way of like actually knowing.
Unless you miss curfew.
Yeah. But
You're
still,
golden. You can do whatever you want.
My mom was telling me like they would when they want to go hang out with friends. It's in Decatur. It's like there's like a strip mall now there, but it used to be some other stuff. But people would just go park their cars there and just wait because they didn't have phones. They couldn't call their friend and be like, hey. So they would just sit there and wait until like one of their friends showed up, and then they're like, go hang out.
That's kind of cool.
Just sit there and drive around in circles, just waiting for people to come. But I don't know. We lost part of ourselves without that generation. Like, I honestly wish I could have been my age in the 80s.
Oh, me too.
Every day in my life, I want that.
I would have had.
Yes.
I love 80s music.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
I would have been at my pinnacle. Like, I would have peaked at this age if I lived in the 80s.
Absolutely. God, that would have been insane.
Music, I mean, everything at that point. Also, this is kind of like a weird thing that I really like, but retrofuturism, which is like, you know, like people in the 80s when they drew pictures of what the future was going to look like, it looks nothing like it. You know what I mean? It's like it's not accurate at all, but right. I love it. It looks so cool. They have like the flying cars at like this small burger shop, like basically Sonic, and there's just like floating cars. It's so cool. But I mean, they had that stuff. All the art was just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy now, but like I really liked all the 80s. Everything in the arts of 80s, like the music, the movies, the fashion, all of it was just
awesome.
Bam. Right on it.
God, I love 80s music. 80s movies.
Yeah. The only problem I have with 80s movies is the quality. Because, like, there's some that I can look past it. I don't care. But, like, Dune.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love that. Oh, they look like
if you're going to make a sci-fi movies in the 80s, suck.
Dude, those are some of my favorite, dude. They're
worst special effects ever.
That's what makes them good. Like
they're
Blade
like
Runner.
They're like claymations, and it's like, what is the old Godzillas?
Oh,
it's
dude.
literally a toy that they just did what is that where you like take a bunch of pictures?
Stop motion.
Yeah, they just did that with a toy.
Yeah.
Godzilla, and he was walking through town.
But those were like, weren't those like the old Godzillas?
No way.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like the older ones. I mean, in the '80s, I think they didn't have anything much better.
Dude,
I don't think
you.
As far as Godzilla special effects.
While we're on special effects, if you guys haven't seen 2001: A Space Odyssey,
you mentioned that last time.
Dude,
I haven't seen it.
Blows my mind. I'm like the whole movie. I'm just like, how are they doing that?
Is there any like big actors in it?
I mean,
that like I would know.
I don't think so. It was made in 1968.
Oh, 60? I thought we were talking about the 80s.
No, well, I was talking about this movie because we're talking about special effects, and that
Oh.
one blows my mind because it was made in 1968 and still looks better than every 80s sci-fi movie.
I'll check that out.
It's nuts.
They worked with the aliens on that one.
Probably.
Just like the pyramids.
Nah.
We'll get into that theory. There's no way they could have cut those rocks like that. They didn't have the technology. They weren't that strong. These were laser beam cut. No, but honestly, though, those things are smooth.
Yeah, it is crazy.
You telling me they had saws to do that? Ain't no way, Chief. Ain't no way.
They could probably figure it out.
No,
If that's all you're doing for like hundreds of years.
Yeah, but think about how much we've advanced as far as a saw goes.
Yeah, but they didn't have like electricity. All the super dope
That's what I'm
advancements.
saying. They didn't have any like power tools. Like it was all by hand. So that's what I'm saying. There's no way those cuts were consistent all the way through.
What I'm saying.
Like it looks like one cut, like right down the middle.
What I'm
It's
saying
crazy.
is if you have
I've never seen it before.
an enormous slave force and you're working them 18 hours a day for 300 years,
Yeah,
I think you can figure it out.
probably. I don't know. There's a if y'all want to learn more about that theory, I think it was History Channel that did a documentary. It used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it still is or not, but it's that that meme where it's the guy with the crazy hair and the suit, and he's got his hands out like this, and it just says aliens.
Yeah.
You ever seen that? It's from that documentary. And that guy is crazy.
What documentary is it?
It was about alien. I'm pretty sure it's just called Aliens or something like that. But
And it talks about the pyramids in it?
yeah,
Is it on Netflix?
it used to be. I don't know if
Not
it still
anymore.
is. I mean, also the whole aliens topic is we're getting close to it.
Oh,
We're getting close to a point where I'm gonna freak out.
Okay, next topic.
wait,
Yeah.
to tie those in real quick. There's a movie, sci-fi, made in the 80s about aliens and pyramids in Egypt and stuff. It's dope. The guy that plays Wyatt Earp in Tombstone is like one of the lead actors in it.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one
I
either.
can't remember the name. It saved my life.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we got a current thoughts section, and then we got our answer the internet questions. We can move on to the questions if you want, or we can do a current thoughts.
Not thinking about a lot currently.
I got nothing. One of y'all, Rob?
Nothing.
All right. Let's just go to the answer the internet. This will be enough.
Lights are on.
This will be enough talking. Lights are on. This will be enough talking right here. All right. We'll do question 1. We started with Mason last time, so we're going to start with you, Rob. Make sure you get close to your mic for your answer. So, question 1 of Answer the Internet. If you were to put 2 babies on an island, do you think that they would create their own language, or would it just be a series of grunts? Like, would just be like caveman talk. Like,
Druids for sure.
I mean,
absolutely.
they're developing their own language.
Yeah, if they were alone, they'd have no examples.
I'd actually like to try that experiment if anyone wants to donate their babies.
There are so
If
many
they're-
cool
if they're
experiments that
though,
can be
like,
done.
what are the odds that they survive?
They're not
Yeah, they're not going to
surviving.
survive.
If there was a way that we could keep them alive
Oh,
and
that's
they were
what I
just isolated, I just want to see what would happen.
That's what I was imagining.
That may be a little crazy thing to think about.
That is a very inhumane experiment.
Okay, but this is
That's what I'm
this
saying.
is a
If we did
hypothetical.
inhumane
I wouldn't.
However, it's
experience-
possible, and I'm
This is
interested.
hypothetical, and I obviously wouldn't be the person in charge. I would just want some other crazy person to do it and just be like, like, what are you doing? Like, just be like, what?
We could
No,
Truman show it.
Oh, look at this article. Oh, babies. And then just start reading it. But yeah, oh yeah, like the Truman Show.
What if they
I
just
mean, it'd
had
be
it constantly
similar, but
running,
like,
on the
yeah,
same
and
channel?
then one day we just like,
Yeah, but nobody can understand them because they're just like, ah.
yeah, and then
Stupidest-
no,
the
imagine how they
stupidest
would
TV show
imagine
ever.
how they would react if one day we just opened the doors and we were like, hey.
What are you doing?
And they're like, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, they would be. Oh my gosh, they'd probably die in the first week once they got released into the real world, because they'd probably be arrested like the first day.
I think that there
And
would
they would
be.
just
I
rot in
think
a
that
cell
there would
for
be.
the rest
People,
of
I think that there would be like language analysis people that would be able to analyze
Oh
their
my
language
gosh.
and start to understand
Yeah,
it
there would,
and be able to speak it.
and then we got.
That'd be cool.
That's a thing. That would.
That
like what those
that
people
language
do.
would
Yeah.
not that language would not take over.
No, it would
No,
never ever
not-
take over.
We'd be devolving.
Dude, that'd be so funny. The
We would-
aliens
we
come
would
back from the
devolve, yeah.
future.
Maybe we need to devolve though.
We do, because we're getting dangerous.
I was
I
about to
think
say
we
we're,
do need to devolve.
It's about to be robots here pretty soon.
we're very near or due with.
But then again, it's
We've
also
gotten
like,
too smart, because now we're trying to do artificial intelligence. We're getting too smart.
It's
But
catching
it's
up,
also
bro.
like not
it's-
everyone on Earth speaks English. You know, there's like people
Well,
who speak
no,
Chinese,
but-
which is very different from what we speak.
I know,
But
but
like these people are inventing a new language.
well, yeah, well, and Elon Musk, I don't know if has any further improvements or releases.
Neuralink.
Yes, the Neuralink.
What is that?
Fuck
It's this-
that
It's
shit.
it's this
Dude.
chip that
Fuck
it's this
that
chip
shit.
that you can buy if you want to. You can put it in your brain. It sends electrical pulses to your brain, so like it can cause you from getting any sort of like brain disease, like Alzheimer's or like any. If you're paralyzed, you can walk. If you're blind, you can see. If you're mute, you can talk. Like
No
because
way.
that's the reason those things happen, is because that part of your brain.
I kind of
want to
get one just to see how much I'm not.
Wait,
like, how
wait.
much I.
Just wait.
Listen to everything.
Just wait.
first.
So that's like basically the goal of it. That's like the purpose of it. It's like a healthcare thing.
But
Right.
instead,
But also,
Oh no.
it's just a computer.
Elon.
It's a computer in your brain,
Connected to your brain.
connected to your brain. And he said on Joe Rogan's podcast, this to this day is one of the funniest things ever. On his podcast, he was like, "Yeah," and he's like, eventually people be able to communicate without talking. He was talking about the chip. And
That's what Elon said.
Yeah, and Joe was like, he's like, well, how soon is that? He goes, oh, not for a while. And he was like, well, how long? He's like, I don't know, like 5 years. And Joe
Dude.
was like, that is soon, my man.
That
Like,
is so
what are you
soon.
talking about? Not for a while. And
oh my god.
and yeah, so maybe won't even need language.
What if it's like, like if you don't have one, would you have to have one to hear?
At some point.
Well,
One?
if you would have to have one to hear people communicating through it, probably.
So if I'm just like don't have anything, can I
Like, you
hear
could
like
just be
this-
staring
Can I
at
hear like
someone.
signals
No,
or no?
like me and
No.
Harrison would be just staring at each other, talking with like inaudibly talking to each other, and you'd be sitting there very uncomfortably.
Yeah.
Just
If you
silent.
didn't have a chip, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
Okay.
Think about how many people just wouldn't talk to you.
You can literally read people's minds.
Well, not technically.
Well, if they
Well,
have
that's
one,
one of the things he said.
If they have one.
you could hack their Neuralink.
You can hack their brain.
That's what one of the things he said was
There's
also
watchdogs now.
he thinks it's going to make the world a better place because it'll get rid of lying, so they can, like, when you're communicating, you're not talking, you're just like feeling intentions and
Oh yeah, because I think it communicates everything in your brain.
yeah.
That's terrifying.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And it takes one smart guy to just hack in and then control us, and we'd just be trapped in our own brain, not be able to do anything.
that is literally terrifying.
I fuck with that shit.
Yeah, I don't really like
Pretty
it
soon,
either.
no one will. We won't even be a species that speaks to each other. That's possible
It
if
ain't
everyone
me.
gets
I mean,
one.
if it ends up where everyone does get one, yes, that would.
If it becomes watch it become government subsidized.
There'll
I would
be
never
civil
get
war
one
before
if
that.
that was
Yeah,
the
that
thing.
would-
If the
they would-
government was dishing those out,
Dude,
no.
every redneck in my
I'd buy
town-
one from Elon though. I trust Elon.
Every
I think that's
redneck,
the point.
every redneck in my town would be at the White House.
You think Elon sold his soul?
Huh?
You think Elon sold his soul?
I don't know.
No, I think he's
I think he's a lizard.
think
I
he's a
think he's
lizard.
Antichrist.
from another planet or dimension.
I think he's an
I
Antichrist.
actually, a lot of people don't like the way he talks.
I hate it.
Like the rhythm of it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like it
The
I don't
cadence.
like it.
I don't
because
like
he
it.
thinks really hard before he speaks, and I kind of like
Takes
it.
these big gaps.
Dude,
It's so
it-
funny.
Sucks me in because like he'll say something and he's like, "Yeah, well," it'll be long, and I'm like, staring. I'm like, what's he gonna say? And so it like his voice like draws me in. It's crazy. Well, and the stuff he says too is like even crazier.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
like,
was like, what the fuck are you talking
yeah,
about?
I don't know.
That dude is crazy.
He confuses me because like he just like came out of nowhere and now he's like god of the universe and it's crazy. I don't know.
Did you see that little interaction he had on Twitter the other day?
No, I'm sure it was funny though.
It was some article saying only 8% of Elon Musk's net worth could end world hunger or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And he replied to it. It was like 8% of my net worth is $6 billion. I will donate that. I'll sell Tesla stock and donate it right now if the UN agrees to tell me how they're going to do it and have open source accounting so everyone can see where the money went. And nothing happened.
Elon's gonna end world hunger. Yeah, nothing happened because they probably don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Which
That
is-
was like his point.
He proved a point by them denying it.
He's literally like, I'll give you $6 billion.
Yeah.
It takes $6
Billion.
billion.
No.
Now.
His net worth is $6 billion. What did it say? It was 18.
I think it was like 8%.
I think it was 18. I don't know. Either 8 or
He's worth
18.
like 190.
Yeah, either 8 or 18% of his net worth could end world hunger.
But that's whatever
That-
percentage it was $6 billion.
How do they get that number though? That
There's
Yeah,
no
that-
way.
how do you get that
I don't
number?
know if you can
How do you get a price point on ending world hunger?
I don't think
Is
there's
that
a
life
way to,
supply of food? But like that doesn't. Still, it's infinite. You can't end it. Like I don't know. We'd run with the supply chain we got right now.
Should we try to figure it out real quick?
I'm not doing that math. I don't even know. I'm not hungry.
Man, let's just solve world hunger real quick.
All right, but that was on question 1 of Rob's answer. So, what do you think?
Everyone's grunts, I think. I think we're all grunts.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
I think, yeah. I mean, it would have to be. That's the only logical answer. I
Grunts
think.
for sure.
Because
It really
because
is.
the only reason babies make like certain like coos, certain noises like that is because they try to emulate their parents and who talk in a civil language. So I think it would just, or they might never speak.
Possible.
They might never speak.
They would say something.
Well, because the
Yeah,
cavemen, they all grunted, as far as we know. I don't know. We really don't know, but which for this purposes they did. Their kids just learned that, but these kids have nothing to learn from. They probably don't even know how to talk. They just be like, I mean, it's part of human anatomy to know how to do it, but like
Someone's got to
they
start.
probably talk in like clicks, because that's like one of the first things babies do is like they can like click their tongue like that. So they probably just form a whole language off of like clicks. It'd be crazy.
You heard that? There's like an African tribe that kind of talks
Yeah.
like that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
They cry too.
Really?
Babies.
Oh. I thought you were talking about this tribe in Africa.
I think it was like the Sukandi tribe or something.
Yeah, the Sikandis tribe.
How many babies does it take to paint a wall red?
Down. None.
It really just depends on how hard you throw them.
Oh gosh. All right, so we'll go to question 2. Mason, you're in a hallway and one door leads to death and the other door leads to death. What do you do?
I got a good answer.
What do you do, Mason?
Can you repeat the question?
You're in a hallway. One door leads to death. The other door leads to death. What do you do?
Stay in the hallway.
Forever.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Oh my god.
It's better than the
Imagine being-
alternatives.
At some point, you're gonna be staying in the hallway, and you're like, you know what, whatever. And
I
just
Yeah,
flip a coin.
I would wait. I would wait till then.
I mean,
I
'cause you're
flip-
just a
I flip
prisoner.
coin.
You flip a coin.
Yeah,
A
heads.
3-sided coin.
Heads. It's no.
Yeah,
Heads.
just heads walk through a door.
Wait, 3-sided coin.
Because there's 2 doors, or the third option staying in the hallway.
No, I'm just. It's
death or life.
It's heads is the door in front of me, tails is the door behind me. If you're dying either way,
Yeah.
I'm letting the
Well,
universe
what's behind
choose
you?
Another door.
I know, but where's that door lead to?
Death.
What?
They both
No,
lead to death.
this is like I'm picturing like a hallway, and then you got like a fork of doors here.
What?
I'm picturing
A hallway,
hallway
just a
with
single
Door
hallway.
here, door here.
the hallway is in the
Well,
middle
what
of
if
the door.
what if you have the fork one door on each side, and
I
then
turn
you have
around
and then
and
you have the
walk
door.
back?
Yeah, I know, but what's behind you? What if your life is just?
Are you
My
talking?
prime.
What are you?
My
Dude.
prime is behind me.
I'm thinking
My
the way
prime.
he's thinking. I'm thinking there's a skinny
Yeah, I know
hallway.
what y'all are thinking, but I'm saying now. Think about what I'm thinking.
Okay, so you're saying we're walking down the hallway. There's two doors, and then you turn around, and
There's where you came from.
it's just everything.
Yeah, you just go back to your normal life.
Just go back to my
Alright,
normal
I'm
life.
going back to my
Yeah,
normal
what?
life.
Yeah, but in this case, your life sucks.
I'm-
You're a bum.
We're changing the whole.
I'm
question
flipping a
here,
coin.
right?
You're flipping a. Now
F
you're
it,
flipping
we ball.
we ball.
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
All right. Yeah. I mean, in my case, I'm probably gonna stay in the hallway for a little bit,
I'd chill.
and then I'll probably go back outside.
Fair.
Question 3, Rob. How can I quickly make money illegally on the internet?
Illegally?
Yeah.
Pyramid scheme.
Well, that's not illegal.
First, you
Oh,
download a Tor
illegally.
browser.
Yeah, I mean, Tor browser is really your only choice. Or
Silk Road. Is that website? Back
yeah, I
in
don't
the
think
early
it exists
2000s.
anymore.
No, it doesn't. Did we watch that movie together?
I think so.
That movie was good.
What was it again?
I think it was called Silk Road.
What is the Silk Road?
It's about
Is that
this.
the one with the
It's the
like the
dude-
Minecraft graphics and he's like in the boat floating down the river?
Oh no, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
It's okay. So it's this guy. I don't know the actor's name. He's been in some popular movies, but I don't know his name. He is playing the role of this guy who is a student at UT, and he starts selling drugs online on like the dark web. And he sold so much. Like he became like almost a billionaire. I mean, he had, I think, well, not almost. I mean, he was about halfway there though. And he made it all in like 1 year.
Jeez.
That was the Silk Road.
Yeah, and the website was called Silk Road, and he would ship out anything, any drug.
Where was he based out of Austin?
No, I don't know. There was like a whole method of how he shipped stuff out, but I would have to. I don't really.
Is that in the
remember.
movie?
Yeah, it shows everything.
Oh, what's the movie called?
I think it's called Silk Road.
What's it on?
It was on Netflix at one point. That's where I saw it.
I think I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, you can look it up. It's a really good movie.
While we're on drugs, did you guys see what happened to Fetty Wap?
No.
He got arrested for selling drugs in like all of New Jersey. They said he was bringing in like $100,000 a day.
What?
This movie came out in 2021.
What? Really?
And it's on Hulu.
I think it was at the beginning of the year. Like spring semester. Yeah,
We might have watched it together.
I think we did.
$100K a day.
Fetty Wap. He's got to afford the glass eye somehow.
I guess.
On top of Trap Queen royalties.
Trap Queen
For real.
royalties.
That song will probably always make money.
He is he's a legend
No,
of our generation. Honestly,
came out of nowhere and then just gone.
he came as fast as he went.
Yeah. Dude.
Who?
Fetty Wap. He was just ooh and then nothing.
Ooh, he made that sound. Yeah. All right. How you making money illegally on the internet? Just selling drugs?
Yeah, probably.
What you, Caden?
I mean, I
You have
feel
a
like-
creative way?
Not easy.
Probably fake IDs, actually.
That's kind of what I was leaning towards.
Fake IDs.
The
What
only
are some
thing
other
is
things?
You'd have to like find a way to make them. I don't know.
I'd probably sell like discontinued products.
What?
Because I would be a producer. I would be a producer and a manufacturer of discontinued products, like anything, like the old toys in the '80s that had like mercury in them. I just start reselling them on the market. Everybody's babies get a little bit of mercury.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, that's a super illegal way.
I thought for the
Yeah.
question was the easiest way.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that'd be
That's-
kind of difficult.
I guess, I mean, it kind of is. But in my mind, the blueprint's already out, so seems easy to me.
Yeah.
Mason?
Probably. Probably going Silk Road route.
Scalping John Mayer tickets?
Nah.
Or scalping Travis Scott tickets? You probably make a killing.
Jeez.
Do you think his next concert's going to be massive because everyone wants to die? Or do you think it's going to be like nobody's there?
Nobody's going to show up. He might not have another show for like... He's probably going to... If he's on tour right now, if I were him, I'd cancel it.
Maybe he's not that smart.
With as much money as he has, he can afford it to cancel a tour. But he's got that Drake money.
Yeah.
Mason, if everything was free for 10 minutes, what would you take? You only get to pick 3 things.
And money's not an option, right?
No, money's not an option.
Okay.
Because this is the absence of money.
Right.
Okay, hold on. I want to go last.
Go last.
Yeah, dude, I gotta think about that.
Rob, do you have anything, Caden? Because if not,
I would definitely take the entire house and land of Yellowstone.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like the main ranch. And then super dope truck. And yeah.
Got all
something
the
else along that
cranes.
line.
Yeah. So are you counting that for all 3 of your things, or
I
one
was
thing?
thinking
Why
like the
stop at
house.
Yellowstone? Why not just take King Ranch?
It's bigger.
It's
And it's-
bigger and
I
better.
haven't finished Yellowstone. I was just
No, that's
It's not in
that's
Yellowstone.
This is a real ranch.
In Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I like that area better.
Yeah, no,
This is
I
like
agree.
like the Ford King Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
It's named after that ranch.
That's a big ranch.
It's a very big ranch.
Well, no, I think it's owned by Ford.
Several hundreds of thousands of acres, I think.
At
It's
that
like
point,
160,000 acres.
I wouldn't
Pretty
care
sure.
that much. I'm not
Maybe it
lying.
was bigger.
think
They
it was
said
bigger.
something on the show. John Dutton said on the show how big it was. I don't remember the number he said, but it was definitely in the 100,000s. So,
But yeah, those would be my 3.
all 3.
The land. The
You're
house,
way
and-
low end.
Yeah, I'm sure I am. Is it 200?
825.
That's so much land.
35,000 head of cattle. And
How
200
many?
quarter horses. 35,000 head.
Oh my gosh.
If Mason's dad was here right now, he'd be flipping
I
out.
bet my dad already knows that.
Yeah,
He definitely he knew that off the top of his head.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have even had to Google. He'd be able to
He'd
tell
been-
you exactly
been
what I'm
bugging.
about to look up as well.
We're like, oh, let me look that up. He's like, well, actually.
Because now I'm about to do the math on how many square miles that is.
Yeah,
That's gonna blow my mind. I
Mason's
think.
dad would already know it.
probably. How many square miles?
I want to know the square mileage of certain states.
The square mileage of certain states because it's that big.
Your percentage of. Nice.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Oh no, Mason, will you grab my seltzer that's in the freezer? I hope it didn't pop. Oh, okay.
Okay.
What'd you find?
The King Ranch is only bigger than the state of Rhode Island. Delaware just beats it, but it is bigger than Rhode Island.
That's still owning a
1,328.125 square miles of land owned by the King Ranch.
That's insane. Yeah, if you want to go out after this. Okay, you can have one anyways.
I'm about to do a lot of research about the King Ranch.
While you're doing that,
I don't need to do it right now, though. I'm just getting interested.
Mason, what are your 3 things? Do you know yet?
Yeah. I'd get like first. I would get a nice ass house. Just a big house.
Huge house.
Yeah, huge house. Right.
Mage house. Mage house.
Mage house.
Mage house. And then with a mage pool, that counts with one. Like you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The estate.
Yeah, Mage
the estate
estate.
is one.
Yeah.
Mage estate.
Build a house up on that ass.
And then
Ass state.
one custom shop, like
Oh, God.
as nice as I could possibly make it, like 50s Stratocaster.
Why not just like
Not a telly?
no it's
Stratocaster.
Strat. I mean, it's more versatile, but why not just like rather than getting a custom shop one, just getting like some crazy the black one that John Mayer plays, or like Stevie Ray Vaughan's actual guitar,
No, but see, because I don't.
or like Derek Truck's SG.
Oh, God.
No, because this is what I want to do. I want to go.
I wouldn't even be able to play
I
it.
want to
though.
go in like John Mayer does to the custom shop, where they like shape it to exactly how he fucking wants it, and
Like
make
his
it,
like stomach is.
yeah, and exactly how, and then still make it sound like. I don't.
So what's your third?
Dude, I feel like it's dumb to say something like another guitar amp, but that's all I can think about.
You can just think about all the guitar stuff you want.
Yeah.
I mean, you already got a huge crib. You might as well just get some nice guitars to play it in. Like,
Right.
Yeah, cool.
I mean-
So then I would get a real, original Dumble amp.
who makes a Dumble? Is it Dumble? I don't think I've done any research on that.
I haven't done
Steel
absolutely
string
none.
singer.
Is it just?
So
Is it like a super famous amp?
it was it's like Stevie Ray Vaughan's sound is
Oh,
because
really?
of this fucking amp.
Did he play a Dumble?
Yeah,
Oh, I figured
like-
he played like a Fender or something.
it sounds like a Fender, but it's like better.
Grittier.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know.
pretty cool.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, dude, was just like he was like a force. Like the way he played guitar was so aggressive. He just
Yeah.
like that. I remember when there's this like documentary on YouTube. It's like a fan made one of John Mayer. And he was talking about Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he was like he plays the guitar with like a brute force. And like all this stuff, and he was talking about how aggressive his play style is. I'd want to get one of his Strats just to look at it. I'm sure it weighs like lighter than anything else because you just beat the crap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the wood's just like dusting off. Like you just like wipe it and like a whole grain comes off of wood.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So you're, I guess mine 3. Man, I would want to buy a ranch including a ranch house, part of the estate. So
Estate. Okay.
like I want an estate, but I want this I want like a huge ranch with a huge mansion in Texas somewhere on a big ranch.
So you're buying the King Ranch?
Basically, not that big,
No,
honestly.
not that big.
Because I
That's
don't
too much
really.
that's too much.
I'm doing a little more modest ranch because, well, I say modest, I mean still be pretty big, but like more
Obnoxiously
modest
big.
than that. Like it'd probably be like, I'd probably buy like 10,000 acres, just so I could have some land to like hunt on, and like ride horses, and I can have some like a good amount of cattle and stuff. Just have homegrown beef all the time.
Dude.
And I just hunt all my food at my house. That would be awesome. So that's my first thing. My second thing, I think would just be like, this is just super fanboy right here. If I could just spend like a whole year with John Mayer. Just go with him everywhere he goes. Watch what he does, like in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would never be the same after watching all that. Just I would just want to see the stuff. Like I would want to see him go into the studio. I'd want to see him go play at shows that are enormous, like because he's probably so like casual about arena shows. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
surely he gets a little bit nervous. You're playing in front of like 20,000 people, like 12,000 people, however big the arena is. And like surely you get a little bit nervous, but I feel like when he's in the green room before the show, he's just kind of like just chilling, just like joking around. He's like, yeah, I'm about to go shred real quick, like for 4 hours, because his shows are 4 hours of just nonstop guitar, and it's
so
the best. When we go to that show in April, you need to buy tickets for
I
it.
know.
His shows are so good. They're so good. Every time I've
John Mayer.
every time I've seen him live, it's been. I mean, with the Dead, it was a little bit different because I don't know the songs as well. But at the time when I saw it, I know more now. But like me knowing his entire catalog and going to one of his shows, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
When you know all of his songs and like
Relatable.
when you know all of his songs and you go to his show, it's like the best thing ever. Because he just plays banger after banger. It's good. Anytime he plays anything off Born and Raised at the show, I lose my mind. Because that's my favorite album. But anyways, that's my second one. Just spend a whole year just holding his pocket. Just
Hold my pocket.
third. This one's a tough one. I'd probably just like I'd like to just have like a garage, like a big garage at my house, and it's just filled with like super nice trucks. Where like I have like 7 trucks. Like I drive one a week. And they're all just different various brands and stuff. Like I'd get like a King Ranch Ford or like a Super Duty Platinum. And like the Ram, they built one that has a 500 horsepower engine in it, and it's called the like XRT or SXT or something like that. But Ram made one. It has 500 horsepower motor in it. It's literally a race car, but it's a full size like cab truck. Because Ford made a Shelby.
Shelby F-150.
Yeah, Shelby F-150, and it's only single cab. That I watched those 2 cars race on a YouTube video, and the Shelby smoked it.
Yeah,
But-
it was crazy.
Yeah,
You know Court's like friend that
I see it parked out there, and I'm like, who has that? Someone has it.
yeah, it's
The
him.
Shelby.
No
Who?
way.
Yeah, it's Court's friend.
Who?
Or it's his dad's truck, but like
Yeah, it's been parked out at their house, and I drove into our parking lot one day. I was like, what the hell?
I, need
I
to
was
look
like,
for
why?
it.
I was like, who owns this car?
I need to look for it.
Yeah, dude. No, it's nuts. His dad owns like
I think it's there on the weekends.
he owns like one of the biggest car wrapping things in America or something
Yeah.
like that. If I can
That'll
remember
make you
right.
some
I don't
money.
know, but that truck is so dope.
Yeah, that'd probably be. I would just want like a garage full of nice trucks, maybe like one sports car,
Nah, not a sports
and
car.
like I want some 4-wheelers and dirt bikes.
I'd want one luxury car. Like I'd
And a
want a
boat.
Rolls Royce.
A fucking Rolls Royce.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. If I'm getting
That's
anything
baller.
I want something that I can just relax in and just cruise.
Yeah,
Rolls Royce is definitely the move.
Rolls Royce. The new Maybachs are dope too.
Every single one of their cars is cool.
All right. Well,
All right, I'm buying myself a golf course, and it's gonna be worth a lot of money.
yeah.
And it's gonna be like one of the craziest golf courses that's ever existed, and that's the first thing I would get.
Would it be here or in like Scotland?
No, it'd definitely be in America.
Okay.
Probably be in Georgia,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Because I'd want
Georgia's-
I'd want it to be.
Georgia's
I'd want to be
pretty.
cocky and make it better than Augusta, and everyone's gonna be like, "Dang, this guy."
Yeah. Who's this guy? This guy's got that Purge golf course.
Purge.
So everything's free.
Oh yeah. And then I'd buy myself a crazy ass truck. Probably like a, I don't know, something souped up.
The
Diesel for sure.
Ford Super Duties are so nice.
No, dude.
The
I'm
new
definitely-
ones?
I'm definitely driving a Ram. Ram 2500 probably. Cummins.
Cummins. one of my dream cars is a Hellcat, which is like a moderate dream car,
Dude,
but like they're so cool. The
Have you s-
Hellcat Challenger is
have you seen the Trackhawk? The Hellcat, like Jeep Cherokee or something like that?
what?
Dude.
A Cherokee?
Yeah, it's got like that engine in it, but
Oh,
it's,
people have been racing in those.
yeah, dude, they are.
Now that I think of it,
It's
When
like an insane car.
the street. I don't know what the. It's the racing. It's not F1 or NASCAR. It's like this other weird
Rally?
like, is it rally where they all have different cars and stuff?
Are they doing a lot of turns? I think
Yeah.
it's rally.
Yeah. But those they always drive like sedans, like something like the Cherokee, and it's weird. I'm like, but they're hauling those Mercedes sedans. I don't know what the class is called. Do you remember Braden from my hometown?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember his car,
Yeah.
Mercedes? Those. There's people in Europe racing in those
Huh.
because they get souped up engines in them, and I guess just because they're like heavier, they can just fly, like because they grip
That's
the
cool.
ground. I don't know. It's dope though. All right, last question. Rob is up first. This is another hypothetical. We had one last time as the last question. This hypothetical is, in my opinion, funnier. Okay. Hypothetical. You just died. You only have one chance at resurrection if you can beat God at the game of your choice. What game would you choose? This question is funny, but like it doesn't even make sense because like he's gonna be
He's
be better at me.
Yeah, no matter what.
But I guess in this sense, he has a disadvantage. So what you basically just have to choose what you do.
You
the best.
choose a game for okay.
Something that like if it came to beating God, you would maybe get close. It can be any sort of game. It could be like a game of chance or like a points game, like whatever. Pool. Pool. God is nasty at pool.
Dude,
God
he
is
would-
If I can break,
nasty.
if I can break,
Yeah.
if I can break, I have
and
a chance.
you make
If
8
I could
balls in a
break it.
row.
Yeah, that's the only way that you
so
can
it's
do
like
it.
50-50 from the beginning.
because God's
break.
making 8.
Or,
He's making 8 in a row.
Yeah.
but he might
calling
also
every
not
pocket.
make one.
Yeah, he's calling every pocket.
He might also not make one.
He'll be doing like
On the
trick
break.
shots around balls.
And
He'll
I
like
might
shoot it and
also
just
not break.
He'll have
and
the,
then do it.
he'll have the ball go straight and then put a spin on it to right when it gets to your ball. It just goes on the
Yeah.
other side.
That's
some
just
crazy shit.
cheating. See,
That's not cheating.
He's
Yeah,
God.
it is.
He's
He's God.
that
That's
good.
not cheating. He's not using powers. This is just like if you were at the top of skill level of pool,
He's at the
you could
top.
do stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're at the threshold. Me and Mason. Anytime we see a guitar player that's just like, it's literally that. You're just kind of like. We say he's at the threshold.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't go any higher, basically,
It's like,
as
what's
far
the-
as skill level.
Yeah.
Like he's at. Obviously, you can always learn more. I don't think anybody ever knows like everything about guitar. There's probably some people who are pretty close, but like knowing everything, I don't know. So, but like even with that being a fact, there's some people where you're like, there's no way they could be any better, and those people are at the threshold where it's like you could. There's nothing that could improve it. Basically, they need no improvement.
Yeah.
Steve Vai. Did y'all see that? Did you watch that Steve Vai video? The one where he's
think so.
tapping and stuff?
Yeah.
I gotta show that to y'all after this. It blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've seen a Steve Vai video. He's not tapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Actually, for the listeners, I'll put the clip up of that video right now.
Since the last clip was a joke, here's musicians actually going God mode, part 26. Let's go.
And we're back. Yeah, I'll show that till after. But so you said pool?
Pool.
Is that really your
Dude, because I
your
have a
choice?
shot.
Yeah,
I was
you
gonna say basketball.
you
'cause
do-
I'm kinda
you do
good at
have-
basketball, but
No, God is raining through.
he's probably like 6'4".
Absolutely.
He's like
I mean-
245 pounds, and he has 2% body fat.
No, he's probably just built like LeBron, just giant athlete.
Like LeBron's prime.
Yeah, like LeBron on the Cavs the second time.
Yeah.
That LeBron was insane.
Yeah, I'm saying pool.
Pool,
Pool.
man. I wrote this question. I have yet to ever think of an answer ahead of time, but
I think I'm going
If
with rock,
anyone's-
paper, scissors.
rock paper scissors.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty good one.
I mean, that does give you a chance.
Yeah.
Or coin flip.
Mm.
Oh, I got one.
See, I like
Heads
50-50
I-
better than 33.3 beating.
say heads I win, tails you lose, God.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, that's something I would do.
He'd be like, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your biggest odds of winning, I think, is flipping a coin.
Yeah, 50-50.
I might do Connect 4.
Connect forward.
I think I got a shot there.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I mean, other than coin flip being the logical answer, I'm trying to think of, like, what I would be confident in that is I do not have better odds of winning in. Maybe... Honestly, I might play God in NCAA 14.
Fair.
I might be able to whip up on God in some EA Sports. He's never played video games before. He's
God's got that playbook memorized, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, he like wrote
He's
that
got his
playbook.
own playbook.
God wrote that playbook.
He
Yeah.
wrote that playbook. He wrote all the playbooks. That's crazy.
Yeah, but still, I think I could fool him. He doesn't know my audibles, my hot routes. I swear, dude, you should watch me play it. I click a play, I just click any play and then I just change it. Like it doesn't matter what play I'll pick like a formation I want to be in, but like it could be any play. It could be a run or a pass. And if I want to run it, I just make audible to run it. And if I want to pass it, then I switch to pass and I just adjust everyone's routes. And like they all run these like the whole scheme. I just do it in live action.
Dang.
But that's just because I've been playing it for so long that like it's honestly that I've figured out how the computer defense plays most of the time. Like obviously there's like the team overalls and like the players and that makes a difference, but like especially if the computer's running some zone defense, I'm carving them up in the passing game. And
Dang.
I think I could do it to God too cuz he probably plays like a computer. And like cuz you know why I say that is cuz the computer always picks the most logical defense to run. Every time.
And zone's the most logic.
Yeah, well, and it's like even in NCAA, like it depends on the down too. Like in real football, if you have a team in 3rd and long, they're blitzing.
Mm-hmm.
Like defense is blitzing, and in the game, if you're in 3rd and long, they're blitzing like 75% of the time.
Yeah.
Or they'll show it and then drop back in zone. So like it's all like very predictable. So it's a bunch of out routes and slants. That's all you need. I could carve God up with a out routes and slant scheme on him. Be a mage dub.
Mage dubs.
Okay, did you do yours?
Yeah, I just connect 4, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know. I might be able to get a
4.
riddle past somebody.
You're gonna try to riddle God? That's funny. He's like, really?
Like, I got something for you, bro. Trust. Mage riddle.
What's even a good riddle? You got a good riddle
Oh,
on hand? You gotta have one on hand.
don't.
You need to start thinking of one. You need to start getting in your room and start writing some down because you got one shot if this ever happens, and you do not come prepared with a riddle.
Oh, dude.
I'm ready whenever mine comes. I already know what first play I'm running. I'm doing an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Never gonna see it coming.
Well, you will now.
Or will he? No. It's a game time decision. It'll be made within like the first 3 seconds of the game starting. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Well, that is it for the answer the internet section. So if anyone has anything they want to add in closing, you can go ahead.
I think I'm out of words.
All right.
Trip, if you're listening to this, can we be friends? Trip.
Trip.
Oh.
TRIP.
Mm.
Don't know if there's 1 P or 2 P's. If we were friends, I'd know. Trip.
Wait, who's Trip?
His real name is John.
Who's that?
He's a bartender at a bar on the Strip.
I thought he was a bouncer.
Oh yeah, he's a bouncer. What am I saying?
Why are you saying
Bartenders.
Why do you saying you want to be friends?
Bartender's different story.
I want to be friends with him.
Why?
Well,
Did you talk to him or something?
in a way.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, Trip.
Call him John. Only his friends call him Trip.
Okay, John. Sorry, I don't know you. All right, well, that is it for episode 2 of the Creekland podcast. Next episode, we might have a guest. We'll see. I don't know when the next episode will be recorded. I'll be going back and forth from Texas and here, so we'll see. Might do a little solo. Might do a solo one time. Or I might, when I go to Decatur, if Lawson's there, I might just do one with me and him.
What?
The podcast episode.
Oh.
With me and Lawson. I think it'd be good. Just get him on there and play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to hook up. This thing has a microphone too that plugs into it. I can do like a guitar recording,
Cool.
like an open air one.
That'd be pretty cool.
But yeah, all right. Well, we will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace.
We need to get an outro song.
Clip it.
Outro song.